Mongolia, a country often called the land of the eternal blue sky, where the horizon stretches so far that it feels as if you can see the curve of the earth itself. This is a land of endless, breathtaking views, where the sky is so immense and clear that it seems to go on forever, painting the world in shades of blue and gold. Mongolia's climate is one of extremes. Summers are short, hot, and vibrant, with wildflowers blooming across the grasslands. Winters, on the other hand, are long, harsh, and incredibly cold, blanketing the steppe in snow and ice for months at a time. I remember standing on a wind-swept hill, the air crisp and pure, gazing out over a sea of green grass that seemed to stretch endlessly, meeting the sky at a distant, hazy line. The silence was profound, broken only by the whisper of the wind. There are no fences here, no paved roads to break the landscape, just the gentle curve of the earth beneath a vast, unbroken blue sky. It's a place where you can truly feel the freedom of open space. Life in Mongolia is lived in harmony with nature, far from the noise and rush of the modern world. The people here have learned to adapt to the land, moving with the seasons and respecting the rhythms of the earth. The quiet here is deep and all-encompassing, filled with the sound of the wind, the distant bleating of sheep, and the haunting cry of an eagle soaring overhead. It's a silence that invites reflection and peace. Nomadic families move with their herds, following ancient routes in search of fresh grazing and water. Their lives are shaped by the needs of their animals and the changing seasons, a tradition passed down through countless generations. Horses, sheep, goats, and camels are more than just livestock. They are the heart of Mongolian life. They provide food, milk, wool, transportation, and even shelter, forming the backbone of the nomadic way of life. The landscape itself feels ancient and untouched, shaped over millennia by relentless winds and the slow, powerful movement of ice. It's a place where the past feels close, and the present moves at the pace of nature. Beneath this seemingly empty expanse lies a land rich with history and legend. Mongolia is the birthplace of Genghis Khan, whose legacy still echoes across the steppe, and whose story is woven into the very fabric of the land. As the sun sets, the sky explodes with color, fiery oranges, deep purples, and soft pinks. The smoke rising from a single gyre signals warmth, family, and the promise of hospitality in the vastness of the steppe. In Mongolia, the door to a gyre is never truly closed. Hospitality is a way of life, and every traveler is welcomed as a guest, offered warmth, food, and a place to rest beneath the endless blue sky. The gyre, or yurt, is the heart of Mongolian nomadic life. It's more than a house, it's a portable, safe place, perfect for the steppe. Step inside, and you find a warm, open space, with sunlight coming through the middle opening. The door faces south, and the special spot across from it is for older people or guests. The west side is for the man, the east for the woman. Living so close together helps people feel connected and rely on each other. The felt walls, made from their own sheep's wool, keep out the cold and the heat. The gyre is not a strong fort, but a welcoming circle, home, shelter, and the center of social life. Here, having your own space is rare, and being open to others is a must, not a choice. Deep in the countryside, where the vast Mongolian steppe stretches endlessly beneath a sky full of stars, life follows rhythms and customs shaped by centuries of survival in a harsh, beautiful land. During my travels, I discovered a Mongolian custom that stands in stark contrast to Western ideas of hospitality and what it means to welcome a stranger. Here, the rules of the open land demand a different kind of trust. In some remote areas, if a lone traveler arrives at a GR, the traditional felt tent home of the nomads, and the man of the house is away, it is not uncommon for a young, unmarried woman to act as the host. Sometimes this even means sharing her bed with the guest, not as an act of romance but as a gesture of profound hospitality. This tradition is rooted not in casualness or flirtation, but in a deep sense of survival, honor, and the unbreakable code of the steppe. In these vast, unforgiving lands, hospitality is a matter of life and death. Turning away a traveler, especially at night, could mean condemning them to the dangers of the wild, bitter cold, sudden storms, or wild animals. The steppe is beautiful, but it can be merciless to those left alone. The act of hosting a stranger in this way is governed by unspoken rules and a powerful sense of duty. It is a ritual passed down through generations, where every gesture is measured and meaningful. The guest, in turn, is expected to behave with the utmost respect and restraint. Any sign of disrespect or inappropriate behavior would bring shame not only to the guest, but also to the host family, damaging reputations that are vital in close-knit communities. This tradition is about care, protection, and ensuring that no one is left vulnerable to the elements. It is a way to guarantee that every traveler has a safe place to rest, a warm meal, and the comfort of human company, even in the loneliest stretches of the steppe. In Mongolia, a stranger is not seen as a threat, but as a fellow human in need. The instinct to help runs deep, and the bonds of trust are woven into the very fabric of daily life. This custom is a powerful statement about the values of trust, kindness, and the belief that everyone deserves shelter and dignity, no matter where they come from. It's a tradition born from the spirit of the steppe, a reminder that, in the most unexpected places, humanity's greatest strength is its compassion. This tradition has deep roots in Mongolian history. Under Genghis Khan, the empire's mail system needed stations to give food and shelter to travelers. Being welcoming became a rule, very important for surviving on the steppe. A guest is seen as a good thing. Refusing to welcome someone is very shameful. The guest must be polite and accept what is offered with grace. The tradition of a young woman hosting a guest is an extension of this idea. When the man is away, the woman or daughter keeps the family's honor. Offering warmth and company is the greatest way to show trust and generosity. Mongolian family roles are clear and work well together. The man takes care of the animals, the woman is in charge of the home. Hosting a stranger is seen as a practical, honorable duty, not a difficult choice. The young woman is an active host, responsible for her family's good name. The community makes sure everyone acts properly. News travels fast and bad behavior brings shame. Social pressure, not written laws, ensures the tradition is followed. The act is about giving warmth and safety, not romance. Sharing a bed is often the most practical way to survive the cold night. It's a deep way to show trust and belief in human goodness. The good of everyone and family honor are the most important values. I learned about this tradition not just from books or history, but through the living stories of those who embody it every day. These are stories passed down around campfires, whispered in the wind across the steppe, and woven into the very fabric of Mongolian life. Byamba Dorj, an older herdsman with weathered hands and a gentle smile, remembered a night when a blizzard nearly claimed his life. Lost in a whiteout, he stumbled upon a distant jur. The family inside, strangers to him, welcomed him without hesitation, offering him steaming food and a warm bed beside their daughter, as if he were kin. Her family gave me life. I have never forgotten this. It is our way, he said, his eyes shining with gratitude. For Byamba Dorj, this act was not just kindness, but a sacred duty, one that he too has honored many times since. Altan, a young woman with a strong voice and a proud bearing, told me, "A guest is a gift from the sky. You must help them. It is our honor." Her words echoed the wisdom of generations, reminding me that hospitality here is not just a gesture, but a matter of pride and identity. She spoke about the balance between wisdom and strength, about how true hospitality is not naive or blind, but thoughtful and courageous. In a land where survival depends on community, every act of welcome is also an act of resilience. One village story told of a traveler who, after being sheltered and fed, left behind a beautifully carved wooden horse as a token of thanks. That simple gift became a cherished symbol, forging a lasting bond between two families who might otherwise have remained strangers. These stories are about more than just exciting adventures. They are about honor, respect, and the will to survive together in a land where the elements can be unforgiving. Hospitality here is a shield against loneliness and hardship, a way to ensure that no one faces the steppe alone. An old woman, her face lined with years of laughter and loss, summed it up simply: "The body needs warmth, the soul needs kindness. We offer both." Her words carried the weight of centuries, a reminder that generosity is as essential as bread or fire. A stranger is only a stranger until they have shared your fire. After that, they are family, even if just for one night. Around the fire, stories are shared, laughter echoes, and bonds are formed that can last a lifetime, or just a single evening, but are no less meaningful. This is the law of the steppe. older than all of us, older than any written rule. It is a code that has shaped the Mongolian people for centuries, guiding them through hardship and celebration alike. Here, being welcoming is not a burden, but a source of pride. To open your door to a traveler is to honor your ancestors and your community, to show the world the strength of your spirit. It's a tradition that connects people across generations, binding the old and the young in a shared understanding of what it means to belong. In Mongolia, hospitality is not just a custom. It is a living legacy, a daily act of courage and kindness that endures in every home, every heart, and every story told beneath the endless sky. Mongolian hospitality is very different from Western ideas of privacy. In the West, the home is like a fort. Fences, locks, and a strong sense of personal space. Inviting a stranger in, let alone sharing a bedroom, is almost impossible to imagine. Western societies are in cities and focus on individuals. Privacy is highly valued. In Mongolia, the land is huge, but the social world is closely connected. Good reputation and community ties make acts of trust possible. Privacy is less important than survival and being welcoming. The Jir's open design shows this community-focused way of thinking. For Mongolians, hosting a stranger is about duty and honor, not romance. It makes us think that our own rules are not the only right ones. Even on the steppe, modern ways are changing traditions. Solar panels, satellite dishes, and cell phones connect herders to the world. Young Mongolians are learning about Western ideas of romance and being an individual. The tradition of hosting a stranger is now talked about, and sometimes questioned. In cities, locked doors and privacy are normal. The practice of a young woman sharing her bed is becoming less common. Families now find other ways to host guests. The tradition is changing, adapting to a world that is also changing. Mongolia's tradition of hospitality teaches us to be humble about our own culture. It reminds us that our customs are just one way of living. What seems shocking in one culture can be honorable in another. The key is understanding the background and values behind the custom. Mongolian hospitality is a testament to trust and human kindness. It makes us question whether our own walls keep us safe or make us feel alone. We can learn to be more open, generous, and less afraid of the unknown. The greatest journeys challenge what we think we know and open our minds. In Mongolia, the open door is an invitation to a more connected world.